Welcome back to Get Down to Business. I am so excited to be joined by Eric Fong, who is one of the top trial lawyers in the country. That's right, one of the top trial lawyers in the country, with over 100 high-stakes civil and criminal cases argued to verdict, both before juries and courts of appeals. But Eric, we're not here to talk about your legal expertise. It's great to have you on. We want to talk about some of the experiences that you've had. Again, Eric Fong, welcome to the program.
Right on, man. Good morning. And
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, so happy to have you. You've certainly achieved a lot of success. Eric, I know you are really passionate about sharing some of your successes, but also some of your challenges with our listeners. Let's talk a little bit about who Eric is. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh my gosh. That's such an impossible question to answer. A little bit about myself. I'm a son. I am a father. I'm a husband. I'm a friend. I'm a lawyer. I've hurt people, and I've helped.
Wow. And I know you've been categorized as, again, one of the top 5% super lawyers and top 100 trial lawyers in America for over 13 years. You've certainly been busy because you actually have had if I could be candid over here, I know that you have had some addiction problems with alcohol and marijuana. How did you navigate that and overcome and actually persevere and achieve even greater heights after those challenges?
Yeah, right. Every side of all of us is this huge need to live and to prove ourselves and to make the most out of life. And I think in the world we live in, it's really hard to access that deeper meaning and show the world who we are. And I went through my childhood and my adulthood and marriage and formative years were hard on me, just like they were hard on you, and they're hard on everyone. And addiction to any type of thing is a crisis in this crazy world we live in. And I went deep into a dark place, and how I managed it was this recognition that didn't something about it, I was going to die, either physically, emotionally. And I just reached a point where if I wanted to tap into that deeper meaning, I had to choose to live. And I was lucky to stumble upon a solution. I got clean and sober, and I somehow preserved my reputation because I kind of checked out of life. And so I kind of reclused and barely got by and came out a better person through it all.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Congratulations on getting through that. And there's a lot of lessons in what you just shared, Eric, that I know are relevant to folks listening to this program, busy entrepreneurs that again may have actually struggled with addiction. But there's a lot of just life lessons there as well. And of course, we're not going to be able to solve all the world's problems in our conversation right now. I know you are pretty accessible, and I know you're willing to share some of your experiences. You're pretty open with it. But I want to talk about just navigating work, life, and might I be so bold to say love as a busy entrepreneur and professional. I know you've had a lot of success, but a lot of challenges. How have you been able to balance that? And I should say that I know it's been together with your lovely wife, Courtney, and your daughters and your dog, Happy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I think you have to have the courage and the imagination to break free constructs of what we're told we have to be. And the scripts that we create in our head, what we're told we have to do from an early age, create these bonds, these chains that are holding us back. And ironically, part of my addiction, when I was kind of using and it was fun at the time, I kind of vowed to not be on this planet to just work. I wanted to live and have a good time, and I realized I could do it. And And then, of course, the addiction took over and everything fell apart around. Always had this desire to step outside and to smell the fresh air and to look at roses and see the colors and the contrast and the smell and to use my senses present with the planet, the things around me. You're willing to make that commitment. It just gets sucked out of you. And so I think it just starts with a commitment to yourself to do the little things to enjoy the moment.
Wow. Again, Eric Fong, appreciate you being so real with our listeners. There's a lot of lessons there. But one of the most important homework assignments and takeaways that I want our listeners to have is to get in touch with you and follow you, of course, on social media. Eric, how can we learn more about you, your practice, and your life experiences?
Well, Eric Fong, that's ERICFONG, ericfonglaw.com. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook. My cell phone number, I'm serious, 360-621-957. I truly believe in generosity in that.
Well, we'll share all that in our show notes as well. Eric, really appreciate you being so passionate and being so real with our listeners. We'll be right back with more small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship in just a moment.